up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. Hopefully you guys had a great week. It's been an exciting week. But you see what I was warning you about with yesterday's video? About who also is invited to the party. When there's a lot of food on the table, people are going to eat it. And also the shorts were invited to the table. And as you can see, there the problem within the retail investors in the stock market is the fact that the retail investor is constantly being controlled, mostly, not all, I don't want to generalize, mostly, especially when you come in new, you're constantly connected to your emotions and what your eyes are seeing. And also the other side has algorithms that are psychologically driven. So basically, when you're used to being beat down for like a whole year, if you've noticed that pattern, your body is like, whoa, look, everything is moving up. Yes, green for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And people are very quick to jump to say that's it. We are like all the plays, the whole market is in the bull market and all that. And I was one of the only ones that putting out there that, hey, we're not out of the woodworks yet. In fact, if you see my previous videos, you know what exactly how I even described it. I've described it as something that, you guys will, haven't seen nothing yet compared to what, it will be when it's the bottom, it will be unanimous. I will reiterate what I said in videos in the past. When it's the bottom, it'll be unanimous. No one will come out and say, no, we still didn't hit bottom. No, the whole market and the entire globe will feel when it's the bottom, because the whole globe, believe it or not, well, I know if you've been in the market for at least a year, I know you're going to believe this, but the whole entire globe is connected to our economy. We are the cowboys and the sheriffs in town when it comes to global dominance. It's just the way that it is. Now, if you want to look at it from a political perspective and all that, that's a different argument, different conversation. But truth of the matter is, most of the world is connected to us. Now, that's being in the works of trying, other nations are trying to change that. And speaking of other nations, what a funny story on the news today. We got the Pentagon and the whole entire world and the globe worried. The U.S. is worried about a Chinese spying balloon that is floating. It's been floating and now it's in our territory. It's crazy how propaganda is driven. Come on. When a plane veers off its sight, just literally by feet, you're talking about jet fighters would be cleared up to go up in the sky and, steer that pilot into the right direction, unless they want to see the Atlantic. So with that being said, what's the other thing that the news they're using to go ahead and sell? Come on. Amazon just reported, if you've seen, go in the community tab on my YouTube page and see the post that I've posted on there. Amazon, and this will go to verify, when I was speaking in the Green Bull Times this past week, you'd understand what exactly everything I've said is actually coming to a fruition. Amazon basically reported fourth quarter numbers that were better in sales. And look how this is going to tie to this other thing I'm going to share with you now. They had better fourth quarter sales. However, they had a very concerning Q1 beginning to the fact that where they know they sold more throughout Black Friday and Black Monday back in this past quarter. And that's what they're reporting to you. And that's why you see the green that, the market that is moving up, entirely, the whole entire market, not just us in AMC. From day one, I've always told you guys, we are not the same fundamental play as the other plays. The other plays, every play is different, but specifically us and some of the other meme stocks, we are not fundamentals as far as what they want to apply to us becomes fundamental. But as far as our fundamentals, what is being done to us, how much shorting is on us, what is being done to us, all that stuff is not fundamental at all. There's nothing fundamental about it. So therefore, trying to match our movement with the entire rest of the stock market, like Amazon or Netflix, oh, if the SPY goes up, AMC will go up. Well, no shit. If you notice that pattern, no shit. But that does not mean that it's not perpetrated to be, to look that way. And that's the biggest issue. You have to understand the game that the other side plays in order for you to go ahead and completely understand the level or the capacity of how sophisticated, you have to be and how patient you have to be when it comes to that, because otherwise you're going to fall into playing their games. And you know what I've said before about the best way to always do your thing, play your game. Do not participate in anybody else's games or their game, because at the end of the day, you will always be in reactionary mode. You will always be a step behind, if not many. And on top of that, you will always lose. That's how that system is set up. It's designed for you to lose. The only way that you can win is if you play by your own rules, obviously. Now, what's the other thing that besides the balloon, and as we were talking about Amazon and their sales, so now the worry about how the big of a drop, and they, by the way, lost so much money. You will read that article that I shared on the community tab, and you will see how they have lost, like in other ways, that 100% you will see it in Q1 reports. When that reports, it's coming right around the corner. You'll see when that gets reported, what all these Netflixes, Amazons, and all that. Do you see why I'm laughing? Well, one, before people said, why are you always laughing? I'm always laughing because it's always good to be alive and happy in life. It's much bigger than the stock market. But there's another reason why to laugh. Because AB don't only make money on the bull cycles. AB told you always that the volatility is your best friend, my friend. So therefore, there is just as much money that was made on the way up. There's also a lot of money to be made on the way down. We're going to also be soon around the corner. There's also another thing where AMC will also report its earnings. No one is talking about that. People are too busy thinking about the proxy and the vote and all that stuff. I honestly would have appreciated if they came out with the proxy after the earnings, but there is a diabolical reason I feel like that's behind it. Because last quarter, this consensus estimate was that we were going to be 0.25 cents EPS. However, we reported 0.20 EPS. My expectations for this report, especially with the end of the year movies, the holiday sales that people buy merch, popcorn, and all that stuff, and obviously as we're moving ahead, I'm expecting somewhere between 0.15 to 0.17. Who knows? I could be blown away. It could be 0.10 EPS, and that's the reason why it's kind of a little diabolical. While this whole proxy thing came out before, however, we won't be voting until after the earnings are also made. So at least we got that intact. More to come on that whole proxy because we have a lot of time. AB will keep your schedule full. Don't worry. At the end of the day, guys, you see how the whole market took a red turn real quick, and I want you to pay attention to this. This goes out to the technical analysis guys, okay? I want you to look before, like, it's good to try to call a good, nice run up. Oh, bull market. Oh, the Feds is giving us certainty and all this stuff. I want you to always keep in the back of your head, so you're not trading emotionally, you're trading psychologically and mentally. Always look at the previous resistances that we've had and look at that point as a measuring stick. Because if you don't if you don't cross that resistance, what are you getting so bullish for? What are you getting so excited for? You're only going to be taking people down to the meat grinder with you. And on top of all that, to reiterate what I'm also telling you, that nobody have seen anything yet, the market haven't seen anything yet, look at the credit. Look at the fourth quarter credit. Look how this will tie for Amazon. So Amazon reported good sales for fourth quarter, but they've seen a lot of terrible loss in so many other different departments, overhead. But fourth quarter credit card total has hit a record of almost 1 trillion. It's about $940 billion. Let that sink in. You know what that tells AB? And hopefully you see the same thing. That tells AB that people are so, like the majority of the nation, not just me, not investors, majority of the nation are actually trading the hell away. No, sorry, not trading. I lost my train of thought because we're constantly talking about trading. They are not aware of the upcoming, like they're not feeling, they know that things are getting more expensive, but they're not thinking the way that we're thinking. And you got to remember, family, we're only less than probably 5% of the whole nation as far as the investor class. Everybody else is doing something else, everything else but this. And so therefore, that tells me that if people know that there's danger coming, they will save. There's a saying that says, save your precious penny today, for it's in a different language, so I'm trying to translate it. So save your precious penny of today for your dark day tomorrow. If people apply that theory, that means if they know what we know about, or what AB is telling you right now, that's coming, people would not be spending that much. They would not be spending that much. On top of that, people are going on credit. This shows me another scary and horrific stat, is that people are living on credit specifically now, thinking that it's going to get better soon. It's going to get better soon. No, it's the housing market is a shamble. The interest rates are still going up. That's your certainty for you. People can't afford houses no more. People are going to get kicked out slowly, maturely. People are living on credit. For how long? Have fun with the bull market. Much love, AB Investments.